بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف المخلوقات والمرسلين. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الدرس ديالنا اليوم غادي يكون حول الجزء الأول من WH questions.
هذا الدرس هذا هو من بين أهم الدروس في اللغة الإنجليزية. ملي كنقول أهم الدروس راه فريمون أهم الدروس. علاش؟ حيت هاد أدوات السؤال اللي كنخدموهم هنايا راه كتلقاهم في أي بارت في حياتك. مثلا كتكون في الدار كتقول لهم انا خارج برا ونجي، فين غتمشي؟ معايا اش غتجي؟ اشنو غتجيب؟ او مع من غتمشي؟ هاد الادوات هادو هما اللي غنحاولوا نناقشوهم في هذا الفيديو هذا ان شاء الله تعالى، واللي غتعرفهم بالانجليزيه بالتفصيل اذا ركز معنا ان شاء الله تعالى، وغيتفهمهم مزيان وتخدمهم في السؤال ديالك.
Hello Mr. Abdu.
Hello Mr. Jamal.
Could you give me an example about the verb to be in the form of a question?
Yes, of course. I can ask you, are you teaching English?
Yeah. What about this example using the auxiliary do?
Yes, of course. It's easy. It becomes, do you teach English?
Yeah. Is there any difference?
Of course, there is a big difference. When I ask using auxiliary be, meaning that I am asking for a continuous situations, which mean you are teaching English right now. That's why I said, are you teaching English? But if I ask using auxiliary do, meaning that the action is general, like we are in somewhere else, a coffee or whatever else, and I ask you, do you teach English? I am asking you for teaching English as a habit. Is it clear?
No. I'm still confused. There is something missing.
Okay, in order to understand more, could you answer my two questions?
Yes.
The first one is, do you read books?
Yes, I do.
Here, which auxiliary did I use?
We use the auxiliary do.
Thank you. So, do you have any books now?
No.
So the action is not continuous, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
So here, I use auxiliary do because the action is not continuous, is not in a progress form, okay?
Yeah.
Take another question. Before that, could you please take that paper?
Okay.
So here, I should ask you, are you reading a newspaper?
Yes, I am reading it.
Thank you. Can you tell me which auxiliary did I use here?
We use the auxiliary be.
So, do you have a paper?
Yes, I have it.
Are you reading it?
Yes, of course.
So the action is in the continuous form, in the progressive form. So here I used auxiliary be in the question because the action is already in progress. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Did you understand now?
Yes, of course. So, don't you notice that all my answers consist of yes or no?
Yes, of course, I noticed that. What is your point?
So, what if I want to ask for more detailed information? What should I use?
Yes, so here you are bringing me to a very important, not just very, but to a significant lesson in English.
What is it?
It is actually about WH questions.
WH questions?
Yes.
What are WH questions?
So, as usual, in order to understand them, please try to create a dialogue, and then after that we will explain them one by one. Okay?
Okay. Hello, Abdu.
Hello, Mr. Hamid.
Could I ask you some personal questions if you don't mind?
Yes, of course, with great pleasure.
So, who is the owner of the idea of creating this channel in YouTube?
Actually, it's me who brings this idea into existence.
Yeah. What is your target beyond creating this channel?
Our main objective is to help students acquire English language as fluently as possible.
Yeah, perfect. I have watched all your videos. They are very interesting for those who want to practice and learn English. In my point of view, it is a very new and creative method.
Yes, actually it is. We rely on dialogue in the first place because when students listen to dialogues and then extract lesson from it, it actually becomes easy for them to understand the lesson.
I'm enthusiastic. When will you post the next video?
Actually, if time helps us, we will post it on Saturday.
Then Where do you record your videos?
Sometimes we record it in the balcony so as to catch a splendid scenery, and sometimes we go to some beautiful gardens like these spaces. The first 4 WH questions that we are going to deal with in this video are who, what, when and where. وعلاش كنسميوهم WH questions؟ بسهولة وبكل بساطة لأن كلهم كيحتويوا على هاد جوج ديال الحروف اللي هما W and H. I want you to know why do we call them WH questions. Briefly, because all of them contains these 2 words which are W and H. The first one in the dialogue is who. Let's go back to the dialogue and take that question, which says who brings this idea into existence, or who is the owner of this idea. So here who is used to ask about a person, who is me. So always use who in order to ask about a person. Who plus an auxiliary, like who are you, who is this person, who bring this, who starts the lesson, and wherever. The main idea is that you should use who to ask about a person, not anything else.
Coming to the second WH question, which is what. And let's go back to our dialogue. Take this sentence. What is your target? Here, what is used to ask for general information as well as to inquire for an object. Let's take another example in order to clear the image. What do you prefer? I prefer coffee. Coffee here is an object. That is why we asked by using what. So let's take another example. What are you doing? The answer is I am explaining WH questions. So we use what here in order to inquire for general information.
The third WH question that we have in this video is when. Let's go back to the dialogue. The sentence is, when will you post the next video? So here my friend used when in order to ask about the time. So my answer was, I will post it on Saturday. Saturday is a time, and he used when to ask for this time. I hope that you understood. Or take another example. So when will you come? I will come tomorrow.
The fourth WH question is where. So going back to our dialogue, let's take this sentence. Where do you record your videos? So here I used where in order to ask my friend about the place where he records his videos. Let's take another example. Where are you from? I am from Tunfit. So here we use where in order to ask about or inquire about the place.
Finally, of course, if you have any questions about this lesson or about the previous lessons, don't hesitate, of course, to leave it as a comment below, and we are ready to answer anytime you want. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.